A slight movement among a bundle of papers at the far end corner of the room caught his attention. He gasped when he saw the figure of a person. With slow, careful steps, he moved forward, curious to see what manner of person would hide away in such a place like this. His eyes dilated when those of a frightened young woman stared back at him. Peter is so young, yet his faith is so strong. Sometimes I think that God brought him into my life to teach me how to grow more in faith and trust and hope in him. We will never understand God's ways. We just have to trust him and believe that he will always be with us. I know that if I live right and obey him, he won't forsake me. He formed the habit of praying before he ate, after finally letting God have his way in his life. Being in Lexington that final year, he saw change in himself. His grandmother's prayers for him had begun to take effect. He was calmer and more hospitable to the other prisoners, some of whom had grown fearful of him. "Sissy boy." His father's words rang through his head as he wept. Frank would have loved to berate his emotional meltdown. It sure would have had him fuming. Frank had a way of making his boys feel like weaklings. Both John and Brady had stopped shedding tears when they entered their teens. Brady now realized that was also around the time when he had developed his bad temper. The urge to turn back shot through him, but his legs would not cooperate with his brain. He froze at the sound of a terrible cough that echoed across the hallway. His heart pounded hard in his chest, and his breathing intensified as he tried to distinguish whether it was human. His eyes darted from left to right, trying to figure out from which room the sound emanated. Meg suddenly disliked the very atmosphere of the house she once loved to visit with Ernie. Although she promised herself to be rational today while she talked to Jean, just knowing Jean harbored such nasty thoughts about her caused her to view the house as a carrier of the same evil. What life quote has left an imprint on you? Share in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel for more book quotes that will stir your emotions and inspire you. And can you also give this video a like so others can find it and enjoy it as you have? The links for all books shared in this video will be listed in the video's description.